Moving on, for sample problem 4, we have a 75 mm diameter orifice under a head of 4.88 meters. Discharges 8,900 Newton of water in 32 seconds. So meron binigay na flow rate, no? Pero it is in terms of weight flow rate. So convert lang natin yan into the volume flow rate. So remember that weight flow rate is equal to gamma times Q. So ang ating volume flow rate is just weight over gamma. Okay? The trajectory was determined by measuring x is equal to 4.76 for a height of 1.22 meters vertically. Compute the coefficient of velocity, head loss in the orifice, and the power loss in watts. So dito, meron tayong projectile. So orifice involving projectile. So meron ka daw x na 4.76. So ibig sabihin, ito yung horizontal distance na na-travel ng orifice or ng jet of water mo. And then meron kang y na 1.22 meters. So dito, since wala namang binigay na initial angle or trajectory ng ating orifice, so assume natin na yung theta niya is 0. Let's try to draw it muna. Let's say meron tayong elevated na tank. So yung elevated tank na yon merong orifice sa gilid. So lagyan natin ng, let's say, support niya. Say, yan. Oh, pwede na siguro yan. So, meron siyang laman na tubig. So, ang initial head dun sa ating orifice, 4.88 meters. So, ito yung ating H, no? That's the initial head causing the flow. So, ang ating discharge is in terms of weight flow rate. So, kukumpitin muna natin ano yung volume flow rate niya. So, meron siyang 8,900. Wait lang. Solve natin separately muna yung W. So, yung W, that's 8,900 newtons per 32 seconds. So, ito naman, equal siya kay 278.125 Newton per second. So, kung i-convert natin yan, so 278.125, so di-divide mo ng unit weight. So, ang unit weight na dapat naka in terms of Newton. So, di-divide natin to ng 9810 para maging Q is equal to 0.028 cubic meter per second. So, ito yung discharge na gagamitin natin. Okay? Doon muna tayo sa unang tinatanong. So, compute for the coefficient of velocity. So, if we're computing for CB, so by formula, di ba, that's the ratio ng actual over theoretical velocity. This is VA over VT. So, yung ating VT, I think wala naman tayong magiging problema, no? Kasi by formula, pag sinabi nating VT, this is just square root of 2GH. Wherein, alam naman natin yung value ng H dyan. Ito yon. So, kumpitin natin. This is a square root of 19.62 times 4.88. So, our theoretical velocity is equal to 9.785 meters. Meter per second, since velocity siya. Okay? So, yung ating, lang napindot, jet of water, saan bang pwede kong gamitin kulay? Visible ba pag ganito? Okay, visible naman. So, let's say, from the ground, so ang pagtama or yung trajectory daw ng ating jet, pababa siya. So, yan. Wherein, ang horizontal distance, so away from the orifice, let's say ito yun. So this x is equal to 4.76 meters. While yung vertical distance naman, so ito hanggang dito. So hindi lang proportional yung drawing ko, no? Pero ito yung y equal to 1.22 meters. Okay? In order to get for the actual velocity, so gagamitin natin yung values na binigay dito. So sigit ko lang, since wala namang binigay na initial angle ng projectile natin or trajectory ng ating jet. So horizontal lang yung ating V. Wherein ang theta niya from the horizontal is 0. Okay? So pag 0 yung kanyang horizontal, so pwede nating sabihin na yung kanyang V, X is equal lang doon sa mismong velocity niya. And yung y component ng kanyang velocity is 0. So completely horizontal siya since wala nga siyang angle from the horizontal. So dito ang kailangan nating V is ito mismo. Wherein parehas lang yan doon sa ating Vx. So kung babalikan natin yung ating mga formula kay projectile, so meron tayong apat doon, di ba? So yung una, yung x is equal to v1x, pero dito, yung v1x, pangalan na lang natin siyang vx, times t. This is the first formula kay projectile. Yung second naman, we have y is equal to vyt minus 1/2 gt squared. So dito, ang target nating makuha ay itong si Vx kasi yung Vx na yan, equal na lang din siya kay velocity na kailangan natin. So this is the actual velocity na mismo. So in order to solve this, so dalawa kasi yung unknown pa natin, no, using this equation. So meron tayong Vx or value ng x, yun yung binigay na 4.76. Pero dapat mahanapan nyo muna ng expression itong si t para ma-solve nyo yung Vx. So yung t naman, masosolve natin yan using this equation. So substituting, ang y natin, that's 1.22. Take note, since downward, importante ang direction, no? So dito, since, if we consider na nandito yung original na elevation niya, so bumaba siya ng 1.22. So indicated na negative lang yung pag-travel niya. And then, yung ating Vy, since horizontal yung ating initial na velocity, so 0 yung Vy niya, ibig sabihin, mawawala na to. So, minus 1/2 g, ang g natin, that's 9.81 times t squared. So, from this, pwede na nating masolve na yung ating time. Ibig sabihin, this is the time required from orifice na bumagsak hanggang dyan. So, yan yung t. And if you solve that, ang value ng t na yan ay 0.499 seconds. Pero yan yung gagamitin natin dito, pabalik. Okay? So, yung ating x ngayon, equal siya kay, so ito na lang. So, ang x natin, 4.76, equal siya kay Vx times t, wherein t is 0.499. So, ang Vx na equal lang kay Va is equal ngayon kay 4.76 over 0.499. That's 9.5 lang, nagloloko na naman. 539 meter per second. Okay? Then balik tayo dito sa tinatanong na CB. Solve na lang natin. So si CB ay yung actual na 9.539 divided by yung theoretical na 9.785. So our CV is equal to 0.975 So, gawin ko na lang 3 decimal na. So, this is our coefficient of velocity. Pero if you can see, yung mga previous na values ng ating CV, di ba, naka 2 decimal lang. So, dito, 3 decimal ko lang na para mas ma-appreciate natin yung decimal places niya. Baka kasi medyo malaki yung pinagkaiba. Pero upon checking naman 'no, dun sa mga problems dito, so nagtutugma naman yung mga values kapag nagtu-2 decimal ka talaga. So if 2 decimal man 'to dapat 0.98 'to 'no. So trinidecimal ko lang muna dito 'no, para mas makita natin yung or mas ma-appreciate natin yung butal niya. Okay, so ito yung ating CV. So for the next part, tinatanong yung head loss in the orifice. So for the head loss, so formula lang ulit ng head loss since meron na tayong CV. So, pero next slide ko na lang siya, no? So, for our head loss, this is, so V actual over 2G, quantity ng 1 over CV squared minus 1. Importante na dapat actual yung gagamitin nyo dito kay formula ng head loss. So, ang ating actual, that's 9.539 squared over, using ko lang, over 19.62. So, na-compute natin na CV ay 0.975 squared minus 1. So, dito kasi kapag nag 0.98 kayo, medyo malaki na actually yung difference niya, no? Pero using 0.975, so 9.539 squared over 19.62, 1 over 0.975 squared minus 1. So, this is equal to 0.241 meters. So, yan yung head loss natin. Pero if you can check, no, yung ating head loss kapag 0.98 ang ginamit nyo dyan, so siya ay 0.191. So, parang medyo malaki yung discrepancy nila, no? So, kaya 3 decimal nyo na lang or mas okay kung i-store nyo pa siya. So, that's the head loss. And then, so last, tinatanong ulit si power loss in watts. So, basta power loss, that's formula ng power na gamma QE, wherein E is ang gagamitin is yung value ng head loss. Okay? So, yung ating gamma, that's gamma ng water, 9810. Yung ating Q, so na-compute na natin siya, siya ay 0.028. 0.028. And then head loss, which is 0.241. So, 9810 times 0.028 times 0.241. So, we have a power loss na 66.198 watts. So, ito yung answer natin for sample problem number 4.